Hey guys, we are back. Justin here. I'm going to be doing Ottawa Senators, Philadelphia Flyers, Pittsburgh Penguins, San Jose, and St. Louis Blues in this episode. I'm going to keep this nice and short. I promise this time under 15 minutes. I'm going to talk less about the players, but I'm going to go right into Ottawa Senators for at least their deals that they made. So Ottawa definitely losing quite a few players to unrestricted free agency, and as well losing, of course, Jason Spezza to Dallas Stars, but picking up Chasen. Picking up a couple of players from Dallas. Milan Michalek signed as free agent, 3-year, $12 million. Robin Lehner re-signed. Alex Grant and David Legwand signed for a 2-year, $6 million contract. So let's go right into the goalies here. Craig Anderson, 84 overall. Robin Lehner, 81 overall. And Andrew Hammond, 76 overall. And the best player from this, what this guy says, is the Erik Karlsson, which makes sense. But Craig Anderson, definitely a 2-point drop. I don't think he deserves a 2-point drop, but we'll see what happens. He's definitely a good goalie. On to the defense here. 91, Erik Karlsson. Mark Methot, 84 overall. Patrick Wierkosh, 81 overall. Eric Bryba, 80 overall. Cody Ceci, 80 overall. Jared Cowen, 79 overall. Chris Phillips, 78. Alex Grant, 72. So Erik Karlsson getting a 91 overall, which I don't think is possible. You can already tell by his offensive stats this year in NHL 14 Hut. Like, his stats are amazing, and he's still only 88 overall because his defensive categories and checking categories are just not high enough. So having him 91, I don't see it, but I can definitely see him being a 89 to 90 overall kind of defenseman there. But that's about it. Mark Methot, Patrick Wierkosh, nothing really changed. I've never really looked at their overalls, at least. But going on here, Bobby Ryan for offense, 85 overall. Kyle Turris, Clark MacArthur, 83. David Legwand, 82. Mike Zibanejad, 81. Milan Michalek, 81. Alex Chasen, 81. Colin Greening, 80 overall. Zach Smith, 79. Erik Condra, 79. Chris Neal, 78. Mark Stone, 77. And Mike Hoffman, 75. So Bobby Ryan getting a -2 rating, which I'm guessing Ottawa didn't do too well. So Bobby Ryan definitely drops a little bit. Kyle Turris still staying at 85. I think he got a +1 boost from NHL 14 Hut. But David Legwand, 82 overall. And Milan Michalek dropped from 85 to 81 from what this guy is saying. I only think that Milan Michalek is going to stay above 83 overall just because he's a very solid player. He's kind of like those Marian Hossa type of player, just very, very smart with the puck. But that's Ottawa Senators. Let's go into the Philadelphia Flyers. Going on to the Flyers haven't done too much throughout the offseason. They did pick up RJ Umberger, traded from Blue Jackets for a 2015 4th-round pick for Scott Hartnell. So RJ Umberger definitely trying to make a presence in there. Kimmo Timonen as well, contract extended. A couple other players, people losing to free agency like Hal Gill and Adam Hall. But they did re-sign Mr. Ray Emery there, I think. Yep, re-signed Ray Emery, Rob Zeb. Blair Jones signed as free agent, and Nick Schultz signed. A couple players there, but let's go right into the goalies for the Philadelphia Flyers. So they're saying the best player is Claude Giroux. Steve Mason, 84 overall. Ray Emery, 80 overall. Steve Mason, I know he's pretty good, but I'm not sure if he deserves the 84. Those Philadelphia Flyer fans can let me know. But 84 overall for Steve Mason. Going on to the defense here, Braden Coburn, 84. Mark Streit, 83. Kimmo Timonen, 82. Andrew McDonald, 82. Nicholas Grossman, 80. Luke Shen, 80. And Nick Schultz, 78. So Braden Coburn definitely losing a -1. Kimmo Timonen losing -3. I think Mark Streit has stayed the same. I think he's the captain of the... No, he isn't anymore. I think they changed it. But... anyways, I think Mark Streit used to be the captain of the New York Islanders. Now he's on Philadelphia. But anyways, not too many changes in the defense, but let's go right into the offense here. Claude Giroux, 92 overall. Jakub Voracek, 85. Wayne Simmons, 85. Sean Couturier, 84. Matt Reed, 84. Braden Shed, 83. 81 for Vincent Lecavalier. 81 for RJ Umberger. 80 for Michael Raffel. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare, 74 overall. Jason Atkinson, 73. Zach Rinaldo, 70. Chris Vandeveld, 70 overall. And Jay Rosehill, 66 overall. So definitely one of those rare silver players that you can pull from packs, I'm guessing, in NHL 15. But Claude Giroux is the only one that I'm very iffy about. I mean, like, 92 overall, like, you have to be a very, very elite player. Players like Malkin. I mean, Claude Giroux's up there, for sure. He had a phenomenal year, but I'm not sure he deserves 92 overall. I can see him as a 90 to 91 around there, but 92, that's pretty high. You would be top 5, top 6 in terms of offense for sure. Jakub Voracek losing minus 3 points. So I'm not sure if Jakub Voracek did very bad this year, but you Philadelphia fans can let me know. So that's about it for Philadelphia Flyers. Let's move on to Pittsburgh. Going on to the Pittsburgh Penguins, they didn't do too much, but you guys know about the big deal. James Neal for Patrick Hornqvist and Nick Smalling. So those Pittsburgh Penguins have got those players, losing a ton of players to unrestricted free agency. UC Jokinen, Joe Vitale, Chuck Kobasu, Taylor Pyatt, Lee Stempniak. So many players lost to free agency. I'm already counting 15 right there. But they signed a lot of other no-name players. Blake Como, they signed a $700,000 contract. Nick Drazenovic, I don't know how to say his name, signing a lot of random people. Chuck Kobasu was signed to a European team. Steve Downey, they signed. They got Kasperi Kapanen signed to a 3-year contract. Just a lot of really no-name players. I'm guessing with their cap space, getting Letang, Crosby, and Malkin on the same team. I mean, they got to kind of be able to forward smaller players just for at the moment right now, right? But going on to the Pittsburgh Penguins goalies. So he's saying that the best player is going to be Sidney Crosby, and undoubtedly so. Probably Sidney Crosby would be the best player on the Pittsburgh Penguins as of right now. So for the goalies, Marc-Andre Fleury, Thomas Greiss, and Jeff Zatkoff. I don't know if I pronounced Thomas Greiss's name right, but Marc-Andre Fleury getting an 86 overall, which is only like a +1 boost from NHL 14 Hub, which kind of makes sense. That looks fine to me. Thomas Greiss and Jeff Zatkoff, I don't know their overall, so you guys can maybe correct me. Jeff Zatkoff is better than Thomas Greiss. You guys let me know. I'm not 100% sure. But for the defense there, Chris Letang, 86 overall. Christian Ehrhoff, 86 overall. Paul Martin, 86. Olli Maatta, 82. Rob Scuderi, 80. Simon Despres, 77. And Roberto Bortuzzo, 75 overall. So Chris Letang, definitely, I'm not sure if he deserves the 86 overall. I mean, if Carlson is at 91 or 90, around 91, I think Chris Letang deserves at least an 88 plus. I'm not sure how bad he did this year. It looks like he did pretty bad if this guy's rating him that low. But he sometimes is off. This guy that did post on the forum, I know Datsuk for sure was off by a lot. But Christian Ehrhoff getting a +3 boost. Paul Martin, +1 boost, so nothing too special. But Chris Letang, definitely not sure what his overall should be this year. You guys let me know. But let's go on to the offense here. And the offense for the Pittsburgh Penguins is pretty crazy. Sidney Crosby, 97 overall. Evgeny Malkin, 95. Chris Kunitz, 86 overall. Patrick Hornqvist, 84 overall. Pascal Dupuis, 83. Brandon Sutter, 82 overall. Marcel Gottsch, 81. Steve Downey, 80. Nick Smalling, 80. Blake Como, 79. Craig Adams, 77. And Jason Megna, 76. So Sidney Crosby as a 97 overall. I think they're not going to make him that high. Only because for NHL, like, it's hard to make someone a hot live when they're that high of a player, right? If they make him, they can't really extend it over 99. So only giving him a +2 boost is not going to be worth it. I think Sidney Crosby is going to be a maximum of 96. 95, 96, that's where it's going to cap off. Evgeny Malkin, I think he's going to get like around -2, but that doesn't even mean that he's a bad player. I mean, Evgeny Malkin getting a 93 overall, probably the top 5 forwards in the whole league, and same with Sidney Crosby being 95 overall, top 5 forwards in the whole league. Obviously, there's still Datsuk, ton of players that I missed out on that, but probably not top 5, top 10. But Chris Kunitz, 86 overall, apparently he's been doing very well. Other than the fact that he plays with Sidney Crosby, he is a good player from what people were saying in the forum. But Patrick Hornqvist, 84. Nothing too special there, but let's move on to the San Jose Sharks. Alright, so going on to the San Jose Sharks, definitely one of the teams that had the greatest fall. I think they were up 4-0 in the series, or 3-0 in the series, sorry, and then lost all 4 games in a row. So they definitely needed to make some big changes there, but they did re-sign Mike Brown to a $3.4 million contract, making some big changes there. Alex Stalock re-signed, he is goalie. But losing a couple people to free agency, no really big names from what I see. But they did pick up John Scott, big John Scott for the San Jose Sharks. I think it's a very good fit. Also re-signing Tommy Wingles to a 3-year, $7.4 million contract. Scott Hannon getting re-signed, and Jason Demers getting re-signed. So some big names there trying to get re-signed. And I'm pretty sure San Jose is still going to do some other changes throughout the season. But let's go right into the goalies here. Alex Stalock, 83 overall, and Antti Niemi, 83 overall. You guys let me know, whoever is a San Jose fan, let me know what their overall should be. I'm not sure if 83 could suffice. I think Antti Niemi is a little bit better than Alex Stalock, but I'm not sure. I'm just basing it off NHL 14 HUT stats. But let's go into the defense here. Mark-Edward Vlasic, I think he spelled it wrong, but I'm not sure at all. That could be right. But Mark-Edward Vlasic, 88 overall. Brent Burns playing defense now, 86 overall. I like how you can just switch positions like that from offense to defense. They should do that in NHL 15 hype. But Justin Braun, 85. Jason Demers, 83. Matt Irwin, 82. Scott Hannon, 81. Matt Tennyson, 71. So Mark-Edward Vlasic getting 88 overall. That is a pretty big jump from what he had this year. I think he was 83 or 84, but now he's getting an 88. So I'm guessing he's done very, very well. I know he played in the Canadian Olympics, or in the Olympics for the Canadian team. But Brent Burns getting 86, so dropping a couple points there. I think at least one. But playing defense again, it's a little bit weird just to say that Brent Burns, Chewbacca Man's going to be playing back on the right D spot probably. And then let's go into the offense here. Joe Thornton, 89. Logan Couture, 87. Joe Pavelski, 87. Patrick Marleau, 87. Tomas Hertl, 83. Tommy Wingles, 82. James Shepard, 80. Matt Nieto, 79. Rafi Torres, 79. Tyler Kennedy, 79. Andrew Desjardins, 78 overall. Adam Bursch, 74. Melker Carlson, 70 overall. Mike Brown, 69. And Mr. John Scott all the way at the bottom with a 65 overall. So I'm not too surprised that Joe Thornton's going to drop a point if he does, from 90 to 89. It doesn't make that big of a difference. But the drop for Logan Couture from 89 to 87 is a little bit weird. I think he's going to stay at an 88, 89 overall. I think he's a very good player. He's definitely still, I think he's like 20, 30 years old. He's like around that area. He's kind of reaching that point of his prime, but not like crazy old like Joe Thornton. Joe Pavelski, Patrick Marleau, definitely I think they're going to stay the same for sure. They made a presence in the playoffs, but they didn't perform too well. But Tomas Hertl, I think he actually might get a boost. I mean, if Nathan McKinnon is getting an 86 or 87 from what a lot of Colorado fans are saying, I think Tomas Hertl would definitely get a boost more than an 83, maybe up to an 85, 86. So that'd be a very fun card to play with next year. Tommy Wingles, I'm not sure how much of an overall boost he's going to get, but definitely Landeskog 92 would say that Tommy Wingles should be at least 90 overall. But that's about it for the offense. You guys can let me know if there's some offense there that needs to be changed. But let's go on to the St. Louis Blues, the final one. Last but not least, the St. Louis Blues. Definitely one of the quieter teams in the free agency, but they made a couple really big things after looking at their thing. They look like they're going to be a very solid team, especially picking up players like Paul Stastny, signing him as a free agent, picking up people like Carl Gunnarsson, Patrick Berglund, re-signing him at least. I know they also re-signed Steve Ott and Peter Mueller from the Florida Panthers from before, at least. From what I know, Peter Mueller was on the Panthers, but I know he's a good player. That's for sure. So we'll definitely see how St. Louis is going to do for sure this year. But I think they're going to do well. They're like just their team that's set up already with Alex Pietrangelo and everything. They're going to be a very solid team. But let's go right into the goalies. First of all, they're saying the best player is Alex Pietrangelo, and undoubtedly so. I think he is one of the best ones. So Brian Elliott, 82 overall. Jake Allen, 80 overall. You guys let me know for goaltenders. I don't watch the St. Louis Blues enough to know how their goalie situation is. So you guys can tell me what their overall should be. Let's go into the defense. Alex Pietrangelo, 91. Jay Bouwmeester, 87. Kevin Shattenkirk, 85. Carl Gunnarsson, 83. Barret Jackman, 82. Ian Cole, 81. And Jordan Leopold at 80 overall. So the big one is going to be Alex Pietrangelo from a 90 to a 91 overall, which makes sense. Alex Pietrangelo is a very solid player. I wouldn't mind seeing him as a 91 overall for sure. Same with Jay Bouwmeester. I think he got a +1 boost at least. So Jay Bouwmeester, definitely not a bad defenseman. He definitely got a couple of raises for sure, those top 2, top 4 players. But that's just about it. If there's anything else, like Kevin Shattenkirk, if you think that he deserves a higher rating than 85, I know he dropped -1. So you guys, St. Louis Blue fans, let me know. But let's go on to the offense here. David Backes, 86 overall. Paul Stastny, 86. Alexander Steen, 86. TJ Oshie, 86. Jaden Schwartz, 84. Vladimir Tarasenko, 83. Patrick Berglund, 82. Steve Ott, 81. Yori Lehtera, 80 overall. Joachim Lindstrom, 79. Maxim Lapierre, 77. Magnus Pyarvi, 77. Ryan Reeves, 73. Chris Porter, 72. And Dmitry Jaskin, 72 overall. So The only thing that really does surprise me out there is maybe David Backes. I think he should get a higher overall. Same with Paul Stastny. I think I could see them as 87, 88 around that region for both David Backes and Paul Stastny. Paul Stastny's had that 86 overall for a while. I think he definitely deserves an upgrade, especially being on the Team USA in the Olympics for sure. Being the first line center, right? But Alexander Steen, 86 overall, definitely deserves it. He was the leading goal scorer at one point throughout the league, like halfway in there. Alexander Steen was doing very well. TJ Oshie, 86, makes sense. But all those other players, I think Vladimir Tarasenko might get an 85 if, like I said, if one of those younger guns like Mr. Nathan McKinnon and I'm forgetting their name, sorry, but Vladimir Tarasenko, I can see him as an 85 overall. But you guys let me know the overalls for everything, whatever team you are cheering for or whatever team you're a fan of. And then next episode, I'm going to be doing Tampa Bay Lightnings, Toronto Maple Leafs, Vancouver Canucks, Washington Capitals, and Winnipeg Jets. So you guys look out for that. Leave it a like so I can pump out the next episode right away. But that is just about it. Thanks for watching. Leave it a like. If we can reach 150 likes, I will pump out this next episode right away. So anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, like, and see you guys later. Bye. Whatever's on the table, even if it's ever in the fridge. Usually there's always leftovers, but I'm living here. It's like, if I don't cook, there's no leftovers. There's no food in like the fridge at all, other than raw ingredients.